Well, I am Muslim. I am an immigrant, and interestingly, from Africa. Is anyone surprised that I am being targeted? Is anyone surprised that I am somehow deemed unworthy to speak about American foreign policy? Or that they see me as a powerful voice that needs to be silenced?
I took an oath to defend the Constitution, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Again, I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm going to hold the Constitution, and it's very simple. We really shouldn't even have this debate. If you break the law and you follow due process, there are consequences to your actions, even if you say sorry. So we can try all of the diversion tactics that we would like. It doesn't change the fact that someone broke the law and that someone should be.
In this opening moment, Representative Ilhan Omar frames the controversy almost entirely through the lens of identity and perceived marginalization. She emphasizes that she is a Muslim, an immigrant, and a person from Africa, suggesting that these characteristics rather than the content of her statements or actions make her a target. She portrays the criticism as rooted in bias rather than disagreement regarding policy by asking whether anyone's surprised that she's being singled out. The audience's focus is diverted by this framing away from a particular act under investigation and toward more general inquiries regarding belonging, representation, and who is permitted to influence American foreign policy. The emotional weight of this approach is powerful, but it also sets the stage for a deeper conflict. Whether the topic is identity-based exclusion or accountability related to public office responsibilities.
It's the opinion of the chair that the ayes have it and the resolution is agreed to. And without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
This debate today, it's about who gets to be an American. What opinions do we have to be counted as Americans? This is what this debate is about, Madam Speaker. There is this idea that you are a suspect if you are an immigrant, or if you are from certain parts of the world, or a certain skin tone, or a Muslim.
In response, Representative Lisa Mlan deliberately redirects the discussion away from personal narratives and toward institutional principles. She makes it clear that her position is not about who a person is, but rather about the oath that every member of Congress takes to uphold the Constitution on their own initiative. Mlan emphasizes that there is no need to apologize for standing up for the Constitution, nor is it optional in the face of political pressure. Her remarks introduce a sharp contrast in leadership styles, one focused on personal identity and perceived intent, and the other grounded in formal responsibility and constitutional duty. The issue is now reframed as a question of standards at this point. What is expected of those entrusted with legislative power?
It is no accident that members of the Republican Party accused the first Black president, Barack Obama, of being a secret Muslim. Well, I am Muslim. I am an immigrant, and interestingly, from Africa. Is anyone surprised that I am being targeted? Is anyone surprised that I am somehow deemed unworthy to speak about American foreign policy? Or that they see me as a powerful voice that needs to be silenced?
Gentleman reserves. Gentlelady from Michigan is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And to use that logic, well, then all those people should have just said sorry and we'd move on, right? But no, we don't do that. And let me tell you,
this section expands on the idea that due process is meant to ensure that consequences are applied fairly, not to eliminate them. Mlan emphasizes that even when apologies or explanations are offered, accountability remains. This is a straightforward but significant argument. If laws or institutional rules are broken, the process must be allowed to run its course regardless of political status. She challenges the notion that diversionary strategies or emotional appeals should take precedence over established procedures. This video reinforces the idea that equal legal treatment is essential to public trust, particularly when those involved hold power positions.
Take a little bit of offense to what the hell is wrong with me? I'll tell you, there's nothing wrong with me. I took an oath to defend the Constitution, And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Again, I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm going to hold the Constitution. And it's very simple. We really shouldn't even have this debate. If you break the law and you follow due process, there are consequences to your actions, even if you say sorry. So we can try all of the diversion tactics that we would like. It doesn't change the fact that someone broke the law.
Representative Nicole Malliotakis builds on this framework by focusing specifically on the role and influence of the Foreign Affairs Committee. She argues that this committee's rhetoric is significant because it has a direct impact on how the United States is perceived internationally. Malliotakis says that the committee's mission is undermined by statements that she believes blur moral distinctions between U.S. allies and extremist organizations. Her emphasis is not on personal background or ideology, but on whether a member's public statements align with the responsibilities of representing national interests abroad. The discussion in this clip moves away from general accountability and toward role-specific suitability.
That someone should be held accountable. It is disappointing, Mr. Speaker, that their own party can't hold them accountable, that they have such hypocrisy. So with that, I yield 2 minutes to my friend from New York, Nicole Malliotakis.
Gentlelady is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We've heard from my colleagues the reasons why the Representative Omar should be removed from this committee. But I feel like all the reasons have not just yet been stated, which is why I rise to add for the record. We've heard about the comments that were made regarding anti-Semitism and anti-Israeli views. But I rise to add to the record that as a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, I've sat there and heard the representative actually spew anti-American rhetoric as well. I've been in that committee room where the representative